Hello, Richard here, and now we're going to complete the rest of the setup. This is very easy to do again, and I just want to reiterate real quick that the most important thing we are doing here is building your email marketing list. My first 2 years online I didn't, and it was the biggest mistake I ever made because that 2 years really sucked, to be honest with you. I made no money, and when I finally listened and started building my list, I made more in the next 30 days than I had in the prior 2 years, but it was like starting completely over because I refused to listen. I thought I could do it some other way. I'm telling you, online there's a process to follow, a correct process. If you do not follow that process, you will not make any money. It's why I've taken a program like Four Corners Alliance and made tutorial pages to help you understand how to build it correctly. Yes, I'm also going to help you build direct paid downline in your Four Corners Alliance business, and that's something I'm going to help you do and do personally for you. I'm going to put members into your Four Corners Alliance, but I also need to teach you how to market correctly yourself, because what if something happens to me? What if something happens to Four Corners Alliance? If you're building your list, you can continue building online and you wouldn't be starting over because you have a list to market to. This is what is so important. If you're not building your list, and something happens to a program you're promoting and it's gone, you start all over again. And that's not what you want to do. Building your list, you're still in business. If something happens to me, something happens to another program, something happens to anything else, you're still in business because you built your email marketing list. You can market something else the next day, and you already have that list built because you took the time to build it. That's what's important and why I want you to understand and follow this process. So I'm teaching you to get signups into Four Corners Alliance. This is how I do it. I got over 12 years marketing experience. That's what I do. I use processes and systems to correctly teach people how to market and market myself. That's how I do it. I'm helping you through these videos and a couple extra programs besides the Four Corners Alliance program, teaching you how to market successfully and start with the least inexpensive product tools that you can that have huge payout. Four Corners Alliance Group compensation plan is extremely lucrative, and it's an $18 one-time cost that you should have joined on the first page and already actually sent me your Four Corners Alliance link so that I can start advertising it for you. And now what I'm helping you do is start building your business the correct way by building your list first and foremost. That will also build your Four Corners Alliance business so that you are able to take any program online and build it. And with what I'm showing you in these two videos, you will be able to do just that. We're going to use GBO's Host and Profit, which is $9.97 a month. And in the other video, we already set up a landing page with Splash Wizard, which is also $9.97 a month. And there's another option there where you can purchase a page that you create for $4.97. Everything is hosted on Splash Wizard. You don't have to host anything or anything. That's why we're doing it, to make this simple and fast. And that's why I tell you you should be a pro member in Splash Wizard, because it's $9.97 a month. It's much more cost effective to be a pro member. You can create unlimited splash squeeze pages, landing pages for that $9.97 a month. And between GVO, $9.97 a month, and Splash Wizard, that's only $18 or $20 roughly a month. If you don't have $20 to market your business with or to build income online, what you really need to do is go and get another job. If you're that gone financially that you cannot take $20 and put into making money online, you're already screwed. You need to get another job, something that will pay you instantly at the end of the week, because this does take time to get moving. And if you understand the compensation plan, the $18 in Four Corners Alliance self-funds into the higher commission level. So your first commissions that you will get will self-fund into the higher commission level so that you can make more money with no more out-of-pocket expense. So this will take time to get going and building, big. But if you don't have $20, you'll never get it going. Even with my help, you'll make some commissions and get stuff going, but not like you could if you follow what I'm teaching you and you understand $20 into your business, you need to do this process. Okay? So there's a link to join GBO on this page, just like Splash Wizard. Make sure you join it. You may get presented with an upsell or login offers when you're trying to log in. Just ignore those from now. All you need to be concerned with is the $9.97 a month for GVO's host and profit, because that's all we're concerned with, is getting this autoresponder set up. They do give you web hosting at GVO, but we're not going to get into that today. You can get into that some other time, but what we're going to do is get the autoresponder set up, and we're going to do that right now. So log into GVO. After you've joined, log into Splash Wizard, and make sure that you're logged into both of these, because that's what's going to involve in these two steps. Now what we're going to do is go to GVO, and on the left-hand side in GVO, where all these big buttons are and tabs and stuff, scroll down until you still see something that says autoresponder on the left-hand side right underneath this blogger builder. Click on that autoresponder tab. Excuse me. On the next page, what you're going to be presented with is it won't look like mine, because my page, I already have a bunch of campaigns created, because obviously I've been a member for GVO for a long time, and I already have a page, or tons of campaigns that have been going on for years. So what I want you to do is right underneath these tab thingies, or you should have something at the top here on your page when you clicked on autoresponder and what it brought you to. Should be something that says shared campaign, a couple little boxes, and something to create a new campaign, or create a campaign now, or add campaign. I don't remember, because it's been so long since I've had the screen without my campaigns all showing. So if you got something that says create a new campaign, create a campaign, add a campaign, that's what I want you to click on now. And what it'll do is bring you to a page like this, where we're going to put in some variables, the information that you need to set up this campaign. It's really simple and easy. What we're going to do is I'm going to type in Four Corners 2, and you can type in Four Corners. I'm typing in Four Corners 2 because I have already set up a Four Corners, obviously, in my GVO autoresponder. So I am creating this one for explanation purposes, to show you exactly how, step by step. So just name it Four Corners if you wish. And I'm going to copy this now and just paste it in the description, because these are both just for your reference. So when you're looking back here, you know what campaign this is going to, and where your subscribers are, that you have for this campaign, so you know which one they're in. So this information here is for your purposes, these first two things. Now in the email settings, it's going to have your from name as your username for GVO. What we need to do is take that out and put in your real name, like mine, Richard Weberg. Then you have the from email. Okay, it shows my Weberg69@yahoo.com, because that's what I originally signed up to GVO years ago with, so it always puts that in as my from email. And what you need to put in here is not Yahoo. Okay, do not use a Yahoo, AOL, or Hotmail account here. Do not use a Yahoo email address, an AOL email address, or a Hotmail email address. Do not use those here. They use a different standard called DMARC now with it, and some specifications that I'm not going to get into. That if your from name, that means what email people see, who it's from. The email address where it's coming from when you send out an email to your subscribers. If that is a Yahoo or AOL or Hotmail, you will not get delivered. And that's the importance of it. And it'll just get blocked, and because it's coming from an autoresponder. So make sure you use Gmail. If you have a Gmail email address, or you have an email address from your internet provider, use that instead. Like your internet service you get, usually they provide you with an email address. But just do not, Yahoo, AOL, and Hotmail are three of the worst email providers online as far as delivering your mail. Anyway, I use those for very little anymore. Now, so plug in a Gmail or an email address from your internet provider. Excuse me. I'm using support@richardweberg.com. because I own my own domain names, and you can set up emails on there. That's something you can actually do in GVO later on if you wish, but for the setup, just put in, like I said, a Gmail or an email address that you've gotten from your internet provider. Company name, I'm just going to name this Four Corners, because that's what we're setting this up for. website URL, I'm going to go here and grab my splash page, and you should too. You go to Splash Wizard, and once you're logged in, on the right hand side here, click on your splash pages, and then scroll down. Your splashes, you should have one set up because we set up your landing page, and that's the Four Corners 1 is what we called it. So what you need to do is copy that link, because that's your specific link. You can click on View. It'll open it in a new tab. And if you have more than one splash or squeeze page set up, you might have a menu to choose them, like from down below, and then you would just click on this, and it would get you there, just like I did that. Okay? So anyway, we need your Four Corners 1 landing page that looks like this. Was the video on it that we created in the first video. So that's the link that you're going to take and bring over here to GVO, and you're going to put in the website URL right here. Is that landing page. So you're going to go like that and scroll over, make sure that it's all in there with nothing before the H. Then we're going to click on Notify about a new subscriber so that you get an email every time you get a new opt-in to your list. And this is going to be the landing page, like I said, that your subscribers are going to land on after they opt into your squeeze page that we are going to create in Splash Wizard. That is why we had to create the landing page first and make the setup easier, is so that we could put this in here in the company settings and also in the forms, which I'll show you next. So now we click on Add. And it'll create the campaign. And it's also going to have a pop-up that pops up and says, the email you have entered has not been validated. Confirmation link has been sent to the email address specified. Please log into your email account and click on the verification link provided. And it also says in this message, please be advised that your address cannot be a Yahoo or AOL email address, Hotmail either. These providers use DMARC, which does not allow you to use their email address for this purpose of from mail or reply mail. And you have to have that from mail by law, reply mail, in your autoresponder. So you got to get rid of, if you put in a Yahoo or AOL, you need to change that. I hope you didn't and you listened to me. Well, I'm just going to click OK, and what I would do now is go to my account, not my Yahoo, but that's support@richardweberg.com, and I would go verify that. But I'm not going to do that right now. It's important that you pause the video and go do that, but I'm not going to take the time to go log in there. So if you want to pause this video and go verify your email address and click on that link. That's extremely important. Otherwise, your email will not get delivered. Okay, so after you've done that, then what we need to do is there's a little menu up here on the right-hand side where we landed on after we closed out that yellow box. And what you want to make sure is, because I have many campaigns set up in here, is you want to make sure that you go to your Four Corners campaign. And you should only have one in there because we're just setting it up. But I got to go to my Four Corners 2 campaign because I already have a Four Corners 1 campaign set up. So now what I do is click on Forms. And that's what you do. Click on Forms over here. You always want to make sure you have the corresponding campaign. And for you, that would probably just be the one, unless you're already a GVO member, which some of you very well could be. GVO is a huge company. And now what you're going to do is, if you don't have any forms in here, which you shouldn't, it would be click here to create a new form. So we're going to create a new form. And what we need to do is name this. I'm just going to name this Four Corners 2 for me because, again, I already have a Four Corners campaign. We're going to change the thank you page right here next to a custom URL. And that custom URL, again, is going to be your landing page for Splash Wizard. Or landing page not for Splash Wizard, but the landing page we created for your Four Corners business in Splash Wizard. So go get that link again. It's the same link we pasted in the other spot. Now for the custom URL, paste the whole thing in there over the HTTP. Scroll all the way over to the left. Make sure the whole link is in there, including the HTTP. Then the already subscribed thank you page, make sure we paste it in there as well. And again, scroll all the way over. Make sure there's no space before the HTTP, and that you don't have the HTTP in there twice. that you pasted over the one that showed originally. Okay? And that's it. You named it, you put in custom URL, and now you put your link in for the landing page that we created in Splash Wizard. Now uncheck double opt-in. And that's all you need to do on this page now, is just unclick double opt-in, and then all we need to do is click on create. Okay, now your form has been created. Now what we're going to do is, what I want you to do is go to Splash Page Wizard and close out this box now, and we're going to create another splash page. That we're going to actually create a squeeze page that will be tied into your autoresponder, because we're going to take that code and we're going to bring it over here to Splash Wizard. So you would click on Splash Pages, click on New Splash, and you would create a new splash. And I'm going to click on My Splashes and go to it, because I already created it, because I didn't want to take the whole time. It would take longer if I sat and picked things, and be more pauses if I had created the squeeze page from scratch while you were watching this video than it is just to highlight what I did. So now I'm going to go to my squeeze page here and edit it so I can show you what we did. And it's very simple. And one of the first things you should do is make sure in the box settings, again, I showed you this feature, you scroll down and you click on center or left. For while you're working on it, you want to click on left. And you ain't going to have a squeeze page sitting here, but you'll have a partial example starting, of course. But what I did is I used the same format that I showed you to build this landing page. I used the same background. I used the same box, the same color. I didn't have to change any of those things as we did when we did the squeeze page for the landing, when we created the landing page. I used all those variables in this to create the squeeze page. There's just a couple little bit different things I had to do. Okay? And again, otherwise it's the same thing. You go to reference name to create the squeeze page. The reference name I used was 4 corners. I called my splash, or not my splash, but my landing page we created 4 corners 1. Just so I could keep them separate to understand which is which. That's all that's for. Then you close that out. Open this up. You go from reference name to backgrounds. Again, backgrounds, I just did like we did with the landing page. I took the same, I went to tropical and picked the same background that we used with the landing page. So I just clicked on that one, and there it was. Okay? And you can change it if you wanted to, alter it just like that, but I just kept it the same. Well, I added it, you know. Okay. Then for box settings, we've already moved it to the left right now while we work on it. Sales copy, you click on headline first, and this time I used a different headline, how turn $18 into $10K in 6 to 12 weeks. Whereas in this other landing page we created, I have a little bit different headline on there, financial freedom in just 6 to 12 weeks, starting with just $18. I could have used either one on the squeeze page or either one on the landing page. The squeeze page, what's important is a catchy headline, something that stands out, something that's bold, and tells them specifically what they're going to learn about. And that's what's going to happen. Turn $18 into $10K in 6 to 12 weeks. They're going to go to this landing page. What this comp plan is going to explain exactly how that's possible. So that's the best kind of subject lines, which are, they tell you a specific period of time, a certain amount of money, what it may cost, or what they may have to do, but in a short, catchy phrase. That's the best subject lines. You can use anything you want, but that's what I used here. You can pause this video so you can write this down. You can use this headline. You can use the sub-headlines, whatever you wish. You can copy this page exactly. So after you get all that in there, and if you can't see this big enough, the video, you can click on, like on any video that you watch that's a YouTube video, there's a little button down here, that or YouTube emblem, that you can click on and watch it on YouTube, and it'll actually, on YouTube it'll be bigger than what you're seeing on this page right now, so you might be able to see everything a little bigger if you need to. But again, I put, that's the subject line. You can change the color, you can change it to black, you can change it to red. This is so easy, and you can't screw it up, because you can always go back and change it. There's nothing you can do here to screw this up. You just test your page when you're done. That's the only thing. So don't be afraid to do this and mess with it. You can't hurt it, and you can just change it, because you can edit any page after you're done with it. If it doesn't work right, something's off, you can fix it. That's plain and simple to make it look better. You can play around with this all day long. Okay, then you go to subtext, and this is where I put your time is valuable, stop wasting it, and I actually need to change these arrows because I have the other two backwards. So I need to put in these other arrows. There. I have one of them backwards. See, and it changes it right away on the page. Whatever you type, it's changed right away on the page so you can see it. That's what's great about a visual editor. That's as simple as this one is. And again, I can change the color. I can make it black. I can make it red. I can make it white. I can change this box color by going to the box. Every one of these variables you can change. Bullet 1, this is not a high up or cycler. Next bullet is, it's a real program with real products. Watch the video now, a call to action, and finished it off with the lower subtext, and start finally making money online fast. So that's my call to action. Watch the video now and start finally making money online fast. Get instant access now is in the button, and I'll show you how to do that. But you can change the color of any of these, everything. And then I'm going to show you how I got my picture here. That's really easy as well. So now we're just going to go to the next thing. We're going to close this out. We're going to go to the menu again, and now we're going to go to branding, the branding tab. Now the branding tab, all you do is select picture, select a file, and it pulls it up from my computer. And then once you have the file selected, the picture, most people know how to upload a picture online, so I'm not going to do that. I already have my picture uploaded into this, but it's just like uploading a picture to any site, Facebook, anywhere. Select the file, then click upload image, then save image, because you'll have to save the image, I believe, because I already have mine uploaded, so I'm not going to undelete it and then redo it. But you should have a save here for the picture, I believe. But most of the options on here, you don't have to save anything. It just saves it itself, unless it says specifically save. And that's it. Then your picture will be there. Then we're going to go to the next thing. We're going to close this out. And we're going to go to the next, which is not autoresponder. This is the important thing that we need to get on this page, which is right here. This is going to collect people's name and emails and put them into your GVO autoresponder so you can send them follow-up emails and promote to them the things that are working for you and how to do this, and your Four Corners Alliance link. So we go to this autoresponder tab. It's opening up and has a place to put a form code in. Okay? So now we're going to go to GVO, and we're on this page still where we have the form that we set up. And what we're going to do is click on this third blue, I call them radio dials, over here where the form is. And if you get lost, you can't find this for some reason because you clicked away from it. So like I said, always make in this right-hand side corner, in this little drop-down menu, you have the campaign selected that you want to work on. And then if it was to get to the forms, you'd click on forms. And it brings you back to this page with your forms. And we already created this, so you already have this created. Then you click on this third radio dial, and a pop-up's going to pop up. And there's a code in here to copy. Now, you're going to copy the entire thing. Don't miss any part of it. I mean, not even one of these little arrow keys that are in here. You got to have the whole thing. Okay, just make sure everything is copied, highlighted, and then copy it. And you bring your autoresponder code to Splash Wizard, and in this box down here, what you do is you paste that whole code where it says AR form code. You paste that all in this box. Okay? Paste that whole thing in there. Then you'd click on save code. And, you know, sometimes when, like, I tried to save my code the first time, for some reason it didn't save again. It was just like when I showed you in the last video how I saved the video. It didn't save the first time. I had to do it like twice, and then it was fine. Everything saved. It's just little glitches sometimes that happen with different things with technology. But if that happens, just save it again and put the code in there. It glitches. I'm just pointing out that glitches can happen when you're trying to do something. It doesn't mean that something doesn't work or something's messed up. It just happens with computers, technology, blah, blah, blah. I'm just telling you that in case it ever happens with something again. So once you save it, then you have your code in there, and the only thing we have left to do would be this Get Instant Access Now button. So what we do is go over here, go back to the menu, and go to the Submit buttons. And this time, we don't need to worry about the destination like we did with this landing page, where we created the destination by putting the link to join Four Corners here. We don't need to mess with the destination this time with the call to action button. We only need to mess with the call to action, what it says here, because when you click on this, because we put in the autoresponder code in this will take us to this landing page because we plugged it into the autoresponder and it's in this code. That's why we set up the form and put in your landing page that we created in Splash Wizard in the first video, why we put that into the GVO autoresponder, into the code, when we set up the form code. That's so when somebody now, because this code is put in here, when they hit Get Instant Access, it's going to take them to watch the video now. Yeah, we created, put in the landing page. Okay? So that's all we need to mess with is I put Get Instant Access Now, so we just go to the call to action. Excuse me, and I typed in Get Instant Access Now. That's what you put in there. You can mess with this arrow if you don't like the arrow I have. You can change them. You can do all kinds of, you know, not all kinds. It's got limited features, but that's why I like this, because it's simple. It does the job. It's effective. You can learn how to use Splash Wizard in a matter of minutes. It's not complicated. There are much more expensive squeeze page, splash page creators out there. But this one works, and it works very well, and it gets everything you need done very simply. You can create an image. You can put images in here, all kinds of stuff once you figure out how to use it. But that's how simple it is, and then you type in what we want, Get Instant Access Now, and like I said, you don't have to mess with the destination this time because we have the code put in there for your autoresponder. So, and it saves it. It saves it for you. You don't have to hit save now. That will be saved. You're all done. That is complete. You have your squeeze page with everything on it. You have your landing page, and this is what the process will be. Somebody will see this page, you know, they ain't going to see all this other stuff like we're seeing. This page, oh, we got to go back and center this page. But first, that's going to be the process. People will land on this page. This is the page you would advertise as your squeeze page. They would put their information in here. They would click on Get Instant Access Now. That would take them to the landing page. The landing page, they would come here, watch the video, decide if they want more information. Then they would click on this button. It brings them to your Four Corners Alliance link, where they can get more information now on the actual company, because this video focused on the compensation plan. And now they can get more information on the company and join you for the $18. And that's exactly what your video instructs them to do in your video landing page. And that's the process. Now you're building your list and you're putting people into your GVO autoresponder. The only last thing to do is to follow up with your people on your list. And that's how you do this. It's super simple. Is for your Four Corners campaign, like again, you want to make sure it's listed here in this drop-down menu. You go to Messages, and here's where you add your first follow-up messages. Okay? That's all you got to make sure is what you have in here in that drop-down menu. This is where you come to add your first follow-up message. And this process is really simple as well. You know, you can just click on Add Follow-Up, because what you want is them to get a message as well, reinforcing after they opt in. Because maybe they didn't have time to go to the video right away. So what you would do is click on Add Follow-Up. And in here, you would put Send After, change this 1 to 0 days. This is a delay setting. And you always want your first message in an autoresponder series to go out immediately. So you'd want this to go after 0 days, not 1. The next message and every message thereafter, most of the time, will be after 1, because that means they'll receive it the next day after this message. But your first one should always be 0. But then a subject, you'd put hello and welcome to my Four Corners Alliance newsletter. I mean, you can put whatever you want. It might be a little bit too long, but you know, that's what I like to do, is put hello and welcome to whatever they subscribe to. You know, not hello and welcome to whatever you subscribe to, but you know, whatever they subscribe to, like Four Corners Alliance. They, you know, hello and welcome to my, you know, Four Corners Alliance newsletter, or hello and welcome to my Four Corners Alliance business. You know, just something saying hello and welcome. Sometimes I have brain fog and can't think, so it happens to everybody, even after 12 years of doing this. And that's the point too, is that anybody can do this. There's two places to put your follow-up message. One place is HTML, the other is in text message. Text message is like as you write it. You can't add no HTML or anything like that. It's basically as you write it. You don't worry about this main site URL, that thing, or this insert link field. Okay? But you got to put your message in two places. So I'm going to start typing here in this HTML one. Hello and welcome to my Four Corners newsletter. I welcome you to join Four Corners. If you haven't yet, please click on the link below to do so now. You know, and I'm just writing something out here. What you'd want to do is, you know, just write something nice about welcoming them to your list. You know, you would explain a little bit more. I'm writing this for explanation purposes. That hello and welcome to my Four Corners Alliance newsletter. You know, I welcome you to join me in Four Corners Alliance. If you haven't yet, please click on the link below to do so now. It's a program I'm super excited about, looking forward to building with you. If you have any questions or need any help, please get a hold of me. My Skype is richard.weberg. My email is support@richardweberg.com. That's something along the lines that you would write in your first letter. It's just a nice welcome letter introducing them to you, who you are. You know, sometimes I put my experience, like, hi, I've been online now for almost 12 years. You know, I love online marketing. Make it something nice that it's just not a straight-up promotional message. Okay? And then in this letter, what you want to put is, again, your landing page. Because really what you want them to do is watch that video. That video converts more people than anything else, because that comp plan is pure magic. Pure magic. So you take your landing page, not your squeeze page, your landing page that has your join button on it for Four Corners and the video. This is the page you want, your landing page. And then you would come over here to the GVO autoresponder after you were done writing all this stuff, you know, gave him a nice introduction letter, etc. And you gave them a nice introductory letter welcoming them, and you would love to help them and to join, Four Corners Alliance with you. Then you would take and paste your link in a spot, and you would highlight it like this then to make it clickable. And then what we're going to do is click on this little link. This is what a lot of editors have to make your link clickable, and you need to do this in the HTML one. So you'd click on that. Little pop-up box would pop up. You'd paste it in there, including the HTTP. You got your landing page in there. You click Insert, and see how that link is showed up, deep blue compared to the black, and it's underlined now, but that's because it's hyperlinked now. And that's what you would want to do. You can hyperlink words. All you got to do is highlight stuff. You click on that little link. Like I said, that's to link them. You click on it, paste it in there, make sure that there's no space before the H, all HTTP, insert it, and again, now that shows up because that's hyperlink. That means when somebody gets this in their email inbox, they can actually click on that link, and it'll take them to that direct page. If you don't make it clickable in HTML, it shows up as plain text. They can't click on it. It'll be like trying to click on words like this. You can't click on them. So they would have to copy and paste. And a lot of people won't do that. They just figure your link don't work. That's why it's important to make sure in the HTML message that you put it clickable. And very easy. I just showed you how to do. Then I just add my closing of underneath here, sincerely, sincerely, Richard Weberg. Look forward to working with you and getting to know you. Just a nice introductory letter. It doesn't have to be super long, and a reiteration about your Four Corners business. Then you would copy all this, and you would paste it in the text field, because the reason all autoresponders have this, and I didn't copy the whole thing, is because sometimes email providers, I accidentally pasted over what I had in there, but you've seen what I had in there and how I hyperlinked the link, made it clickable. I don't know what I did there. I deleted it instead of copied, but that's okay. I'm not going to redo this whole video over just because of that. You've already seen what I've showed you what to do. And you would just take that whole thing, copy, and you would paste it into here. And then it would show up as text only. The link won't be hyperlinked, but it doesn't need to be in the text only. It's because email providers accept your email, one of two ways, text where they show it, or HTML where they'll show the images and everything else. So it's important, and you have to put it into both. Then all you do is click Add, and that's it. That message then will be the first message that people will get after subscribing to your new squeeze page that goes to your new landing page. And that will be the first email that they receive in their inbox. And, it's good to add, 10, 12 follow-up messages into this campaign. So you would just click on Add Another Follow-Up. Now, you don't have to do them all in one day. You can add another one tomorrow. Next time, don't leave this at 0, though. Change it to a 1. And so forth and so forth. You just add it. You just put a 1 in there. It just means it'll go out one day after the last message. You don't put like a higher number each time. 0 is just for the first one, so that means it goes out immediately. All the other ones after this for the follow-up would have just a 1 in there. And then you click Add after you write another message, and you just learn to communicate with your list and write follow-up emails and see if they need any help or they have any questions. Put your link in there once, add your information and tell them to get in contact with you. And that's how you follow up with people. You can send a broadcast to every one of your list or campaigns back here. Sending a broadcast basically works the same way, except you queue it. You don't have to put this 1 in here. You wouldn't have that field. You would just, after you added it and saved it, you would just click on a little radio dial and queue it. And then it would get sent out to everybody at one time and sent out when you didn't want it broadcast. But you can play around with any of this stuff. It's really simple to set up. And I know I took a lot of time on this video to show you all this, but it's not hard what we did. You'll be up and running very quickly and advertising your page, your squeeze page. This is what you'll be advertising your squeeze page. I want to show you one last thing that's important, and that's to make sure that you test your squeeze page. So what we're going to do is, again, close this out here. We're going to go to your squeeze pages. So go to, I have to go up here, go back to home. I keep forgetting about the inner bar. Okay, back to home. And now I'm going to go to splash pages. And you're going to click on your splashes. And we're going to find the four corners. Mine's called four corners. My landing page is four corners 1. So I want this page. Oh, I think we forgot to put that back to center too. Let's see. So I had you move it to the left. Yes, we need to move that back to center. So go back here. Go to box settings. You know, after you click on edit to edit it. Center. Now it's centered, so we want it to be in the center again. We just moved it to the left to edit it. Okay, so now I'm going to take that page. I'm going to come over here, put it out in here, see how it loads. And I'm still logged into the editor, so it's going to show this other stuff. And that's just because I'm viewing it and I'm logged into the editor. Nobody else is going to see this when they see this page. And you can test it by logging out of the editor, like right now I'll log out of the editor. Where's log out at? Pretty much just close it out. Well, anyway, I'm just going to close this out. What we want to do is just test it. You want to test it and subscribe to your own list now to make sure it works. So I'm going to put in here see, all my emails are subscribed to it. So, because I've already tested it, so I'm going to have to use one of my sons. He won't care. We do this all the time with each other's pages. Hopefully I use the right one here. I'm used to copying and pasting it. We don't have it on this computer. Oops, put it in the wrong spot. I'm going to put it where it says email. Okay. And what you would do is test it with your own email. I've already tested my squeeze page with all my email addresses. I like to make sure that I see my emails the way they come in my multiple emails, because that's how other people are going to see it, and not everybody has the same email address. So I use several different ones of my email addresses. And so I can't use mine again and subscribe to the thing. It will tell me I'm already subscribed. This is why I'm using my son's. You use yours to test it, so you'll be able to see the message when it comes to you. And remember, this is a duplicate. I've already got this created. So you would just click on get instant access now, and then what should happen is it should bring you to your landing page. Okay? And if it doesn't, then go back through the process because you missed something or did something wrong, which you shouldn't have. I'm extremely thorough when it comes to this stuff. So it should have brought you to your landing page here, and when they click here to join now, they should be able to click on that, and it bring them to your Four Corners link. And you should be listed here as the inviter, refer, and that's it. It's all connected. Everything's set up. So I hope you took my advice here, got everything up and running. And if you got any questions, just get a hold of me on the first page. The first page of the setup, my email and Skype is listed. You can just click the back button to go back there if you want to make sure you have it. And if you got any questions or anything, then just make sure you get a hold of me. Other than that, look forward to making money with you and helping you put many people in your downline. Paid members, and that's what I'm going to start to do immediately for you, is start advertising your Four Corners Alliance link immediately. and try to work as fast as I can to get paid members in your downline and help you get this thing really rocking and rolling. But other than that, shoot me an email if you have questions, and have a great day.